It's time for Call the Witch Doctor with Montange Nup. While Montange Nup is not a licensed practitioner, he is recognized as being at the top of his field. We're meeting with poultry farmer Eric Gardner, who's been having some issues with his chickens. Let's see what Montange has to say. As a professional witch doctor, one of the first things I want to look at is the environment that the animal is in. I also want to look at the relationship or rapport that the owner/handler has with said animals. You've got a pretty good crop of chickens here. How have they been?
They've been acting strange lately.
A lot of times in the past, farmers used to feel this could be a virus, possibly a bacterial infection, maybe even a little overbreeding. But now we know that it's probably an unclean spirit or possibly a curse that's been placed on you by an ancient mummy. But the good thing is, we'll be able to take care of whatever it is.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. Coming up next, Montange gets his mojo working. Will he be able to help these chickens? Right off the bat, I'm getting the feeling that these chickens are unsettled. I'm leaning towards mummy curse. Now, it's entirely possible that this farm is built on the remains of an ancient Indian graveyard. Without having ordnance maps or actual archaeological evidence to support that theory, I'm going to go with the mummy's curse. It's one of the big tools in the witch doctor's handbag, so I'm going to start there. Now, through this ceremony, we're going to use the chicken. You said this was the lead chicken, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the head chicken. The head chicken. She may be possessed by an ancient mummy curse or an evil spirit. So we're going to use the magic circle and go ahead and get that evil out of her. Now what's going to happen is the evil's going to float out of the chicken and it's just going to kind of dissipate in the atmosphere. Kind of like fluorocarbons. Ooh, can you hold the chicken for a moment? Mm-hmm. What we call a general cleansing. Now, we'll go ahead and seal the deal with some human blood. Well, that ought to do it.
Well, I've always been a chapel-going kind of guy, but I'm open to new things. I don't think anything bad's going to happen because I did this. 1 week later. Well, the chickens are fine, but I haven't been the same since the voodoo doctor. Since the voodoo doctor came, and I don't know if it was a good idea or not. So it turns out that our farmer friend Eric Gardner just passed away. We were helping him with his chickens, and which covered the mummy's curse, and it covered demons, and it just conjured sundry succubus and Nephilim and stuff like that. Apparently, it turns out it was just a bacterial or a fungal infection that probably picked up from the chickens, went into the respiratory system, and he's gone like that, which can happen. At the end of the day, I don't really even know if what I'm doing actually does anything. I don't know. Maybe I'm just...
We are gathered here today in memoriam of our dear friend and farmer, Eric Gardner. He was known by many and beloved. He had once told me how one of them, named David, somehow opened the door to his bedroom one night and came and nestled with him. It was quite a lovely story. He will be missed by many. He died too young after being suddenly sick because he was dabbling in the works of the devil. Domino Santo.
Coming up next, the hunt for the reanimated corpse. So we got a call this morning about the desecration of a dead body. Now, there are different state and federal statutes on that. But I've known Father Mackenzie here for a little while, and I know he's a pretty good guy. So what we want to do is just kind of, people get upset. When they grieve, they get upset, and the truth may be something different. So what we'll do is we'll go and kind of see if he'll voluntarily let us look around a little bit. If we see something off, we can get the district attorney involved, but I'd rather not do that. Hey, Father Mackenzie.
Hello there.
How's it going?
Good, good. What can I help you with?
Well, the reason I'm here is we got a call that this morning you had a funeral, as you do at the home here, and that there was a desecration of a body involved.
Oh, yes, that, yeah.
So there's a couple ways, and I don't know. We're just two guys talking here. So there's just a couple ways we can go about this. Probably the easy way is if.
Well, yeah. Why don't you come in?
Yeah, I can come in.
Yes. Why
All
don't you
right.
come in?
Well, thank you. So this is the ceremony.
Yes. Yes.
Obviously, some folks left in a little bit of hurry, or were not entirely pleased with the service they received.
No.
So now the desecration of Mr. Gardner's body. So that is a crime. It is punishable federally and county and state. So every level of that, there's a law against it. 10:30, you're doing the ceremony. I assume Mr. Gardner was in repose here.
Well, I was doing the service,
Okay.
and about 10:50,
Okay,
He,
about 5 minutes into it.
he rose from the dead.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, Mr. Gardner rose from his bower this morning. Though I do not believe it was the same Mr. Gardner that we knew and loved.
Was unconscious and came to, and then is that what happened?
No, he was dead. I embalmed him myself.
He just wandered off. Nobody really followed the direction where he
No.
went. Well, do you mind if I look around?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I see there's a few outbuildings over there.
Mhm.
Is you don't have any staff on today that I need to be aware of?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and do that and see where we get.
I do not think that if his chicken Dave were to see him now, I don't think Dave would recognize him. The chickens are very perceptive creatures.
This whole resurrection thing, I don't buy it for a minute. Clearly, there's some funny business going on. I've known Marty for a long while. My copper's instinct tells me he's not doing anything he shouldn't be. So my thought is there's a third party involved here, somebody who had a grudge, somebody who had something against Mr. Gardner, wants to hurt his family, and could be there in the organ trade, I don't know. No matter how long you do this job, there is no way to prepare for every eventuality, and I think what occurred with Mr. Gardner that afternoon is a prime example of a situation that just got out of hand for a variety of reasons, and to be quite honest, I don't see any other way it could have ended but the way it did. I think we've got enough for today. So I don't know how to make heads or tails of this. I don't know what policy has this department policy has to say on this. So it's a little bit of an anomaly. I think Marty over there will have to just kind of, I guess he gets a do-over on this one. So we'll kind of see how it shakes out back at headquarters.
Hooja, 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 hooja. Hooja, 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 hooja. Hooja, hooji, 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 hoo.